Alright, welcome back to more drama and complaining from Angel's life. Whee! Okay, I'm kinda lost right now. A lot of shit happened, so I wanted to do a video where I share all my overthinking thoughts. I didn't do this fucking shirt for nothing. And yes, that's a weird title that has probably nothing to do with what I'm gonna talk about. Welcome back to my channel. And as always in these rant videos, it takes me at least 10 minutes to make my point, if there's even one. So you gotta be patient. So I wanted to tell you the story of how my book came about and all of the stuff that I've been through in its creation. And it all started back in early 2019 with me wanting to get more followers on Instagram. The idea of Draw This in Your Style challenge has just taken off and everybody was doing it, and I was like, bro, I'm getting left behind. And I saw it as a great opportunity to get more followers. So I was like, man, fuck doing it one time. I'm gonna do this challenge every goddamn week. Now the problem is that I can't really draw without a reference, so I will just copy a photo and then I'll share it so other people can copy it as well. Who knew that would actually be unfair to the original photographers and it would get them angry? So I was kind of forced to stop doing that, but I still haven't given up on the challenge because it was too great of an opportunity to get some clout. So I was like, okay, I can't copy one reference. So what if I combine two references? That way I'd be harder to catch, because what am I gonna draw from imagination? And to make it seem even more real, I started writing these backstories to the characters, and I was like, yeah, those are definitely OCs. All really copied. And I've never really written anything before, but the stories kind of kept getting longer and longer, and I was writing this weird psychology that's in my head, and people were like, wow, you're so creative. And I was like, nah, I'm just fucked up. And I'm proud to tell you that those stories are original. They weren't copied from anybody, unlike the characters. And I know my writing is goofy, but I guess all these 11-year-olds on Instagram saying like, whoa, this is so good, I started believing them. I was like, well, bitch, I guess I'm a writer now. And some people said that I should get all the characters and all the stories and actually put them in a book. And I was like, wow, that's a great idea. Not only am I gonna make some followers, but I'm gonna make some money too. And by the way, is it morally correct to create a book out of paintings that were referenced from other people? Nah. And I actually stole the whole idea of a weekly Draw This in Your Style challenge from this amazing artist, Asia Ludovska. Because she had this whole thing called Sketch with Asia, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna come up with my own creative name. How about Sketch with Angel? But then the hashtag got banned because of all the reports and complaints, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to come up with something even more creative. How about Draw with Angel? And then that got banned as well. So I started naming them by weeks, because there's not enough time to ban a hashtag in only 7 days. And then for the actual book, I was thinking of just naming it Draw with Angel, but I was like, what should the cover look like? So I went back to Sketch with Asia, and I was like, okay, I guess I can just find a similar font. Yeah, no wonder Kickstarter doesn't allow Eastern Europeans. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I just kept writing stories, and I was really feeling myself. I was like, bro, I'm gonna be the next Stephen King in this bitch. So I just started telling everybody that I'm gonna make a fucking book, and it's gonna be great. And I was talking to my best friend, the guy that you saw in my last video, and we was just talking something, and all of a sudden he goes, yeah, bro, your stories are kind of cringe. And I just laughed it off, because I mean, I'm a piece of shit, all of my friends are a piece of shit, we're really transparent with each other. But inside it really hurt me, because I had all these fantasies about my writing, and there goes the one person that I trust the most saying how it's not even that good. And I actually kind of got into this creative art block. Like, it became much harder for me to write, and anything that I write, I would just ask myself, is this cringe? Would my best friend think this is cringe? And my first thought was, man, fuck that guy. What the fuck does he know? How many books has he written? And I immediately realized, wow, I've gotten very defensive. So my second thought was, what am I, a fucking pussy now? Got my feelings hurt? Really? People call me a fucking lesbian egg on YouTube. Who gives a fuck? So naturally, I started overthinking it, and I started asking myself, well, why does this small thing hurt me, but I'm okay with all this other shit? I just realized I should have a reality show. So I came to the conclusion that I had fallen in the same trap that I warned people on YouTube about. Like, I remember I did this video a year ago where I was talking about how I feel insecure about my YouTube videos, but I don't really care about my drawings because I'm so not identified with the art. Like, if you tell me my art sucks, I'm like, okay, I'm not a fucking artist anyway. I learned this shit on the internet. Who cares? But I wanted to be so funny in my videos that I really identified myself with being a YouTuber. So if somebody said something bad, it would really fuck me up. And then when I was thinking about my book recently, I realized I don't think about myself as a YouTuber. Like, I'm just here to promote my book and get money on Patreon and occasionally get nudes in my DMs. But I had believed people's compliments about my writing, and I started seeing myself as a writer, and that opened me up to be heard. And if somebody said your writing is goofy, I'll be like, no it isn't. So I think that realization alone kind of unlocked my creative juices, because I just kept writing goofy stories, and I was like, bro, my writing sucks. I've read 7 physical books in my life. I'm practically illiterate, and I'm still publishing a book? I'm fucking blessed right now. So I felt like I had overcome my creative block. I had my best friend on my side, and I was gonna release a Kickstarter in the fall. Everything was fucking great. And then July comes, and Ross Jones announces that he's gonna release his book Nima, and I'm just trying to fake it. I'm like, bro, I'm happy for him. Meanwhile, I'm trying not to die from jealousy. And then in August, he releases his book, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this shit? Motherfucker got an animation, there's parts moving and shit. It's fucking amazing. So naturally, all of my insecurities kick in. I'm like, bro, why did I even try to make a book? It's never gonna be as good as Ross Jones. Like, he actually has a character with a real story and a background. All I have is a bunch of reference photos and some childhood problems. I swear, if I wasn't this insecure, 50% of my videos wouldn't even exist. So this time again, my best friend was the one to help me, because we was both looking at Rose Joel's Kickstarter, and I was getting sad. And he was like, listen buddy, you're never gonna be Rose Joel's. Your book is fucking worse. And I was like, it is? And he was like, yeah it is, but if you never release it, you're never gonna reach your full potential. And at this point, this video gets very cheesy, right? Like, I'm overcoming my insecurities, all this fucking inspirational advice, but this was 2 times that I was told that I fucking suck, and both of them fucking helped me. And I was actually recently talking to a past patron of mine, and we was talking about his future, and I was asking him why doesn't he post his art on Instagram. And he said, well, I don't really have a fan base like you. And I was like, you know, you're supposed to post first and then get the fan base, not the other way around. And he said, yeah, but I don't want to be posting regularly on Instagram, and then 1 year from now Instagram is gone, and then there's a new thing. And that actually reminded me of what I was going through with my book. And this is getting very confusing, so stay with me here. And all I wanted to tell that guy is, listen pal, you fucking suck right now. You can either accept it and do something about it, or you can just stay in your bubble and lie to yourself. Whether Instagram is gonna be here a year from now doesn't really matter. The same way that Ross Joel's book is better than mine also doesn't matter, even though it does. The only thing that fucking matters is you doing some uncomfortable shit so you can grow in your own journey. But I'm a fucking narcissist, so I don't really care if that guy's gonna follow my advice, because I'm happy I realized it for myself. So now I'm on top of the world. I feel like I unlocked this superpower. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna have a Kickstarter. I don't care if I sell 1 fucking book. I'm all hyped. Until last week, when I finally started researching it, and it turns out that you can't have a Kickstarter if you're in fucking Eastern Europe. So now my whole world crumbles again. And you know where this is going? My best friend calls me up and he's like, bro, this is a great opportunity, because now it's gonna be even harder. We're gonna really do it ourselves, and it's really gonna test your philosophy, and you're gonna be able to do one of your goofy rant videos on YouTube. And I'm like, fuck bro, you're right. And I guess we can technically use Indiegogo or some other no-name bootleg Kickstarter website, but that's gonna ruin the fucking point. Also, last video somebody said, "Lo, just use a VPN and you can use Kickstarter." Yeah, buddy, I'm not exactly sure that's how it works. And by the way, I love how people think that the more you get into your journey, you're somehow supposed to be less insecure and less self-conscious, and no, it's actually the opposite, because once you're good, there's all these expectations and you're even more afraid to fail. If you're doing the right things and you're pushing yourself, you're gonna feel uncomfortable forever. Like, I didn't have to publish a book. I didn't have to even start a YouTube channel. I could have just done portrait commissions my whole life. But where's the fun in that? So this whole week, me and my best friend have been working on our website and opening a company and meeting with lawyers and accountants and all these stupid shit. And we don't even know when the book is gonna be out. I'm hoping somewhere in the middle or the beginning of October. But we actually set up this thing on our website where you put your email and you're gonna get notified when my book is gonna be available for pre-order. So go to ganev.com and enter your email and you're gonna get a notification soon. But I'll be damned if I don't release this fucking book. So this is it for this video. I don't even know what it was, a rant, a motivation, a marketing scheme. And I love how after every time I do a video like this, there's always people in the comments giving me life advice. Like, Angel, I really think you should do this. Well, bitch, I'm the narcissist here. So how about I give you some advice? You ain't shit. Great. How do I expect you to buy my book now? Bye!